My Lords, I wish to thank the usual channels for allowing me to hold this debate today and the parliamentary staff who have enabled it to happen. In the Bible, the writer of the book of Hebrews says of human beings, "You have made them a little lower than angels. You crowned them with glory and honour and put everything under their feet." God created human beings in his own image with glory and honour, each and every one of us, regardless of who we are or what we do. We carry an inherent dignity and immeasurable value. This is not in spite of our weakness, vulnerabilities or limitations, but in many ways because of and through them. God made us to be relational beings in need of him and in needs of others, not sufficient on our own. I start here because fundamentally our vision of what it is to be human, of our glorious humanity, must inform the rest of our debate about technology and AI. Pope Leo's encyclica Magnificat Humanitas begins here too. God made us creative beings, and AI and wider technologies are a remarkable product of human creativity. They have led to extraordinary discoveries and breakthroughs at speeds that we could never have imagined. They have connected us across the globe and opened up endless new opportunities for working, creating, learning and travelling. I now carry vast information, processing power and connectivity potential in my pocket with me every day. But this extraordinary product of human creativity and the power it places in our hands also raises urgent new questions. What are the implications for our human relationships, for our connections with family and friends? How does it impact on our working lives, the existence of or quality of our jobs? What are the implications for warfare, for climate change, for our engagement with information and democracy? Just because we could create something or deploy technology in a certain way, does that mean we should? As C.S. Lewis put it, we all want progress, but progress means getting nearer to the place where you want to be. If you have taken a wrong turning, then to go forward does not always get you any nearer. Wave after wave of technological innovation is taking place as we speak. And the question we should be asking is simple: where are we going? What is our vision for how this technology will serve human flourishing? We are in danger of unleashing AI into our lives and societies without the theological, philosophical and spiritual framework with which to make decisions about creating, controlling, using or directing it. Above all, we need to ensure that AI is being designed, built, regulated and used to serve our glorious humanity and not to diminish it. To be pro-human, as Pope Leo has said, humanity in all its grandeur and woundedness must never be replaced or surpassed. This poses the question: does AI make human life more human? The question matters for those designing, developing and building the technology as they think about what ideologies and belief systems should underpin the models. For there is no such thing as value-neutral technology. It matters for governments, for policymakers, as they determine what should and should not be permitted and regulated. And it matters for those using the technology. Many feel that AI is affecting them hugely without having any say in the matter. Others feel that the things which make us unique as humans are at risk of being eroded, devalued and replaced by AI, as people turn to chatbots rather than other human beings for comfort, for wisdom in moments of loneliness, loss, anxiety or pain. How should we adopt AI, and what is the right place for it in our relationships, our families and our societies? If humanity is to be placed at the centre of all thinking and decisions about AI, I would like to suggest there are three fundamental questions to help us to work out what a pro-human framework for AI would look like and how it informs practice. Firstly, what does it mean to be human? If God crowned humans with glory and honour, how will AI respect, indeed cultivate, that sort of dignity and value? There are many ways in which AI is helping to enhance human dignity, to protect and uphold life. If you want to look to the potential of AI to serve human beings, you need look no further than across the sciences. In nursing, we can see the potential of AI. Nursing and medical care are areas where the value of human dignity is visible in some of the most tangible, practical ways. I don't believe that a robot or an AI model will or should ever replace human beings in some of these settings. Sitting at the bedside of a patient to deliver very difficult news, or supporting a woman through the delivery of her baby, are deeply vulnerable moments where human touch, eye contact, human emotional intelligence are invaluable. However, there are many ways in which AI is having a hugely positive impact on healthcare. AI is beginning to make childbirth safer, from automated ultrasound to predictive tools for preeclampsia to consistent fetal heart rate monitoring. There are sadly other uses of AI today which, rather than enhancing human dignity, are providing new ways of degrading it or violating it. A recent report from Durham University presented evidence that chatbots are now facilitating violence against women and girls, allowing role play of incest, child sexual abuse and rape with few safeguards, risking the normalisation and the legitimisation of such abuse. These harms are not simply the result of user misuse. AI platform design choices, policies and governance failures are encouraging and enabling them, and existing regulation is wholly inadequate to prevent them. My second question is, what are we here for, and what gives our lives meaning and purpose? The Christian faith teaches that we are designed for relationship with God and with others, and with the created world around us. We find meaning and purpose in these relationships and in dignified work where we can partner with God to see his kingdom come on earth. We are human beings crowned with glory and honour, here to glorify God. Perhaps one of the most profound areas of purpose is work. We are already seeing record numbers of 18 to 24-year-olds, neither in education, training, nor employment. And this is only set to worsen as angelic AI starts to come online. One area of the greatest gravity that this debate must address is how we, as the political class, are going to help young people navigate a rapidly changing world. Yet AI impacts our sense of meaning in other ways that go beyond work. A fundamental quality of a human being, one source of our well-being and sense of purpose, is our ability to create, imagine, think, and invent. God placed humans in the Garden of Eden to look after the garden. He asked Adam to name the animals and species there, an inherently creative task. On one hand, AI can enhance human creativity and imagination. It puts more information, people, networks, tools at our disposal. It can increase efficiency and take away the burden of more repetitive and administrative tasks. But there are reasons to be concerned that AI is in fact having the opposite effect on our human abilities. There is already concerning evidence about the impact of technology, and particularly smartphones, are having on the human ability to think and create. Mary Harrington wrote an article last year entitled "Thinking is Becoming a Luxury Good." It highlights evidence of human brain power decreasing, with adult literacy scores levelling off and declining in the past decade in the majority of the OECD countries. And some of the sharpest declines are among the poorest. Child literacy is also declining. Research shows that children who are exposed to more than 2 hours a day of recreational screen time have worse working memory, processing speeds, attention levels, language skills, and executive functions than children who are not. A study has shown that heavy users of AI struggle more with critical thinking as they stop thinking for themselves and their capability atrophies. And the irony is that while AI might make us feel like we are more creative, at scale, AI's inherent nature means ideas will in fact become more predictable, unoriginal, homogenized. The human ability to think and create surpasses the capabilities of AI. We must work to ensure that our human abilities are given space to grow and thrive, to be the thinking, creative beings God has made us to be. The Pope put this well last November during a live address to young people at the National Catholic Youth Centre in Indianapolis. Be prudent, be wise. Be careful that your use of AI does not limit your true human growth. Use it in such a way that if it disappears tomorrow, you would still know how to think, how to create, how to act on your own, how to form authentic relationships. Remember, AI can never replace that unique gift that you are to the world. My third question is truth. Pilate notoriously asked Jesus this question as he was being sentenced to death. According to the Christian faith, truth is not something we define ourselves or alter to suit our own personal, political, or commercial ends. Truth is embodied in the person of Jesus Christ and expressed in loving God and loving others. Truth is a fundamental foundation on which our personal lives and societies are built. Without common truth, a flourishing common life becomes impossible. Generative AI cannot tell right from wrong, fact from fiction. Instead of truth, it produces a statistical echo of what has been said before in material it has been trained on. It reinforces biases inherent in the way that it has been coded, as well as social biases present in the material it has been fed. It also simply invents information. One study found that chatbots did this in at least 3% of times, some as much as 27%. Even more concerning is that AI can be weaponized by malign actors. It is the perfect tool for someone wanting to create fake news. Its ability to disperse disinformation, discredit legitimate information, censor other information, and game algorithms has the potential to distort and rewrite reality, to present fiction as fact, and all with a veneer of objective truth. It has the power to manipulate what we see and what we believe at a speed and a scale never seen before. What is presented often as a tool in the democratization of knowledge could all too easily become the tool of the autocrat. And the potential for real harm is still to be fully realized. There is a serious risk that this will lead to a fundamental breakdown in trust across society. The real danger is not our raising gullibility, but our raising cynicism. It is not that we will believe anything, it is that we will believe nothing. If we cannot trust information we see online, then perhaps we cannot trust the people we meet. And when the possibility for trust in another human being is eroded, relationships cannot be formed, nor can much of what we do in communities or our society be sustained. Without a common understanding of truth, human relationships and the reciprocal ties which underpin our societal structures flounder. Truth and trust it inspires between people and within societies must be cherished and protected. My lords, it is easy to feel overwhelmed when considering the current and potential impacts of AI on life as we know it. What can be done to ensure that AI serves humanity and not degrades it? Uninventing AI is not an option, nor would we want to be without the many positive effects that it brings. So what are we to do with technology which places great power in the hands of those who own, control and use it? Power is not inherently wrong, but it carries great responsibility and often great risks for human beings, as we have seen repeatedly through history. Power corrupts, and it takes people of great virtue and moral strength to withstand its temptations. Archbishop William Temple described a central occupation of Christian social thought as being man's dignity, tragedy and destiny. I have spoken today of humanity's inherent dignity, but it is our fallenness, the tragedy, which makes technology's power so seductive and the risk of its abuse so often our story. In the Christian tradition, there is a call that overrides the lust for power. It is the call to service. The distinctive Christian version of service is sacrifice, and Jesus' life, death and resurrection is the perfect example. This leads to the third temple's triad, destiny. Jesus' sacrifice for us on the cross offers profound hope to all humanity in every season and every circumstance. It also offers for us a model of living a sacrificial lifestyle, one where with him at work in us, we choose to sacrifice our own personal ends in the service of others and begin to see the kingdom come on earth. Within this, I believe, lies the hope of our relationships, families and societies. At every level of society, from individuals making decisions about how to use AI personally and with our families and children, to business owners choosing where to use AI in their processes and how this affects their workers, to owners of AI companies choosing what technology they invent and the features or limits they place on this. We can choose to make decisions sacrificially in the service of our common humanity. My lords, we must cultivate the character to deal with the opportunities, challenges and temptations that such powerful technology places in our hands, personally and corporately, involving people, communities, civil society in conversations about AI, drawing on the wisdom and insights of faith communities. Technology this revolutionary must not simply be unleashed on our societies. It must be developed with us and for us at a human pace with human objectives. Above all, we must be people, our common and glorious humanity. We must put people ahead of our profit, convenience or technology progress at all cost. To ensure that we harness AI to serve humanity, to be an extraordinary tool in creation of a more just, abundant and hope-filled world. My lords, I beg to move.